Hi, I'm Max Van. I'm here to talk about my first Wera GNF ever. Alright, so let's talk about Thursday. That was basically just a practice day to get us warmed up for the races during the weekend. So we had 2 sessions of practice that day, and it was pretty cold in that morning. It was like 40 degrees around there. And my dad went out for his first session. He went pretty fast, and I was proud of him. He was proud of himself. So that kind of gave me the gesture and everything to go out there and get after it. But I'm usually a little bit slower in the morning, so I started off with the usual lap time of 44, which is all right. And then I came in. My dad went out for his next session. He was out there he was rolling. He was doing a minute and 33s, and he was really pumped. And he came in. I was really proud of him. He was proud of himself. So I went out there with a hot head, and I was super excited. And so that session was actually very well. I actually did my best lap time of the weekend, and that was a minute and 40.6. And I thought I was definitely going to get into the 39s or maybe even a 38 during the races, but it was basically rain the whole weekend, so that kind of brought me down a little bit. So now Friday comes, and I'm in my hotel room. I wake up, and then I look out the window, and just pouring rain. So I'm like, oh, crap, it's going to be definitely a wet day. So we get to the track, get all situated, get the bikes out, and I go out for my first practice session, and it was horrible. I did not have much fun. Puddles were super deep. Felt like I was going to crash every single minute, but I was not able to complete a lap during practice. I didn't crash, but I was just being a wimp, so I just came in. Didn't do any more things after that. Then my first race started, and that was D Superbike. I went up for the sliding lap, and I had a check engine light out of nowhere, so I was like freaked out. So I actually came into hot pit on sliding lap, and I talked to my dad. I was like, "Dad, check engine light, check engine light." He was like, "I don't know what it is. It could be the race gas because the bike isn't tuned for it yet." So then the race starts. Everybody starts going, so I'm like, I gotta go. So I just send it into turn 1 off a hot pit and trying to catch up to everybody. And then I ended up actually passing 12 or 13 bikes during that race to catch up, and I got second off a hot pit, which I thought that was definitely a pretty decent race result out of that day. So then my second race, which was D Superstock, I went out there hot-headed. I was feeling awesome because, that last race I got second off a hot pit, and I thought that was pretty well. So I did my sliding lap. I came around, and I'm coming out of the last turn to get onto my starting grid, and my bike's smoking. So I'm like, what is it? I get off my bike, and I'm just holding it like this, just like, what do I do with it? Because the thing's on fire. It's in flames. He told me to drop it, and the bike fire kind of ruined the rest of my day. But thank you to my dad, because he got the bike fixed. It took him a couple hours, took a lot of time, and I really appreciate it. And he was able to fix the bike for it to be ready to race on Saturday. So I wake up Saturday morning, open the blinds in my hotel room, and damn it, it's raining again. Just totally, I was overnight, I was dreaming about just dry and hopefully winning races, just dry weather. But after I saw that, I knew it was going to be another full wet day. I went out for my first session after we got to the track, and I rode pretty well. I got my confidence back after we had that bike fire the day before. I went out for my first race. I felt I was doing really well until I just crashed the bike. I don't know how. It was on decel, and it was just my personal mistake. And I really got to work on things in the rain, because at the moment it's not my game. My dad and everybody, Dave Babel, thank you to them, because they got the bike fixed. And also Jimmy Fox too, thank you, because they got the bike all fixed and all ready for my next race. That was like another race later. It was crazy. They got it done in like a minute, it felt like. But so I went out there. I was just trying to get my confidence back too, because I crashed previously, so I was going really slow, and the conditions were even worse than the race before. So definitely was not a good race. I think I might have finished last place, but I don't really care about that. I just want to go out there and get my confidence back after that race. All right, so it's Sunday. I crawl out of bed in the hotel room. I open the blinds, and finally it's dry. Thank the Lord. One dry day out of the whole race weekend. I was super pumped, and I was fixing to go win some races. So my first race on Sunday was AMA 300 Superstock. I was super pumped, ready to ride this thing. I didn't ride throughout the whole weekend. So I went out there, and on the first lap, I was leading all the amateurs in my class, and I was ready to just go beat everybody, even beat all the experts. That was my goal. And I shouldn't have done that, but I was going into turn one, and I just totally lost focus, and I wadded up. It was a personal mistake. Just I don't know to not do that ever again. My next race of the day was lightweight twins, and that one, it was on my Ninja 400, and I was really excited to ride it. I went out there and actually won that race. I was doing around 42s, battling with a kid named Aiden Thau. You rode great job. But yeah, and I was really pumped to go and get some redemption on my R3 again for the next race, which is Wera 300 Super Stock. That race, I started off really well, had a great start. I was leading all the amateurs and basically most of the experts on the first lap, and I ended up beating everybody in that race, the amateurs and the experts. I was super pumped, and for my last race of the day, that was Formula 2. I was going out there, I was like, oh yeah, big man, oh yeah, I'm gonna. That's what I thought. I thought my goal was to beat a lot of people, but my mindset just should have been on the people in my class, the amateurs. And on the first lap, I was around turn 13, 14 area, and I just totally made a mistake, lost focus, and ran wide, and that was the end of my race. I ended up crashing pretty fast and pretty hard. And now I know now is to just beat everybody in my class, not everybody in the race, and to not lose focus. And, well, my first GNF was a pretty good experience. I learned some great lessons. I won some and lost some, and I'm ready to go back in 2020 and do it all over again.